Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Big Punch Classic.
Another one. Yet another one.
I confessed this off air. I'm going to confess it again.
You're going to say it again.
I'm a bit
Shall I act surprised so it's like you've not said it before? Go on, John.
I'm hungover.
How could you?
I know.
We're going to a pub quiz in an hour.
Monday night drinking. What is this, 2009?
Yeah, Monday night. 5 Pint Mondays.
It's like, that was, did we go see Iron Man 2 when that happened?
You probably have a better memory than I do. I remember being in the pub by our village, the Dog, it's called.
Oh.
And we drank 5 pints there on a Monday once.
Oh, wait, is that when we beat the quiz machine?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, my God.
And we celebrated by getting drunk and then went to work.
Yeah, because I think I was already like 4 pints down or so.
Yeah.
You know,
we were celebrating.
Yeah, because we had Trainer with us.
Yes, he's a bit of a machine when it comes to the quiz machine. Which is ironic, really.
I'm quite looking forward to the quiz tonight.
Yes, me too. Well, we did very well last time.
Well, yeah.
Second.
We did come second, didn't we?
We came second.
Yeah, because we've done quite a few, haven't we?
Since our normal quiz, inverted commas,
previous episode,
went defunct, we've struggled to find a quiz that's to our liking. But I think we may have found it, he said.
Well, we've kind of bounced about around Cheltenham, and I feel comfortable.
I've been willing to give them all a go.
I feel comfortable in naming a few venues.
Go do it, yes.
We used to do the Brown Jug,
which
is no longer the Brown Jug.
No, it's called the Sup and Chow.
There you go.
Which is a very strange name for a pub.
Is it a hipster pub now?
Well, all pubs are hipster pubs to a certain extent,
Not that I'm adverse to a hipster pub. I quite like the bottle of sauce.
Yes, I would say that's probably my number one at the moment.
At the moment, yes.
At the moment.
Yeah. Food's good as well.
Mm.
We used to do the Brown Jug with Holden's lot.
Yes, when he worked at a laundry company.
Other laundry companies
are available.
I guess Apres was the high point and the low point.
Those were the glory years.
Went to the beer keller for the worst ever.
That was I will never return.
We also went to the Bays Hill. Do you remember that one on a Tuesday night?
Oh yeah,
we were the youngest people by about 30 years.
Yeah. That was quite recently.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to think which one you meant then. Yeah.
It wasn't terrible, but the landlord / quizmaster kept giving us answers.
Yes, I think he doubted our intelligence,
which
is fair enough to look at us.
But also, it's like there was a musical rounding. I don't think there was a track more recent than 1952.
We got some of them, though.
A couple, by like a process of elimination.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so it's the railway we're off to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. It's good kind of balance.
I thought so. And it was just as well that I'd watched the BAFTAs last time.
Oh, God.
Because otherwise we'd have been in trouble. Because the picture round was all about BAFTA winning shows and things.
Now, I'm going to bring it up.
Oh, dear.
And I'm going to say, like, hey, do you remember that time? But I already know the answer. I know you remember this.
Okay.
The time you came with my family to...
This is one of the highlights of my life.
Okay, so we used to go
I'm not joking.
My family used to go to a pub quiz kind of out on the edge of the forest. It was a bit of a way away.
Really, what pub was it?
The Yew Tree.
Ah.
The Yew Tree. And it was... The whole gimmick was, it's hard to get to.
Yeah,
but it's worth it.
It was nice.
The food was lovely. It was nobody's local.
Yeah,
because it was just like, you know,
you've got to make a concentrated effort to go.
In fact, I heard a story that one of the guys who lived just up that road, and I'm being charitable when I call it a road. It's a bit like a dirt track.
Sure,
because it's just so rural.
Yeah.
He broke his back.
Oh,
I think, and fell
trying to get there.
No, like he lived there, but he fell and he had an accident. He broke his back. I think he fell out of a tree or something.
Oh,
and the ambulance couldn't.
Oh, really?
Like the ambulance could get like 50 feet away, but physically couldn't get. Yeah. Up that road.
What do they do? Get a stretcher or something?
I think they had a helicopter in.
Oh, cool.
Which is ridiculous.
That's dramatic, isn't it?
Yeah. On a side note, I remember complete tangent, but I remember hearing about a guy he'd like had a nasty fall or something, had like injured himself, but had a bit of pain, but was like, went to see the doctor, and they were like, it's nothing to worry about. We'll have a scan and then, we'll let you know the results.
Fine, yes.
And he went on holiday to somewhere in like Cornwall, and he got like a frantic phone call from the doctor saying, "We just got a scan back. You've broken your neck.
Get in quick.
Do not move,
but not too quick."
And then it was like he was like in the middle of a field with his wife.
Oh, really?
Like, whatever you do not move.
Oh no,
be perfectly still. I'm sure
that would be a nightmare.
He's still there to this day. Oh, goodbye. Bye. Goodbye. Sorry, Lucy's coming. Hello. Bye.
What's happening?
We'll have a cut that. I'll leave it in. I'm not sure.
I think you'll leave it in.
Yeah. Anyway, so we went to this pub quiz, and it was a tough pub quiz. Like it was like.
Yes, we're back on this.
You'd have a round on food and drink.
It was what I would call a cultured quiz.
Yes.
Which means it's bloody hard.
As in, it'd be like, name the cheese.
Yes. What is or are the cheese or cheeses?
Here is an anagram of a variety of olive.
Yeah.
I want the country that olive came from.
And the side of the field it was grown on.
Oh, God. But then they always had a picture around, as is standard in pub quizzes nowadays. And it was world flags.
Was world flags.
And you, being our resident football expert,
Yes.
leapt in.
I leapt in without even being asked. I'll do this.
All I can remember is that because you have a whole evening to work on it, and I remember that.
Yes, that's true.
Right, they were just coming to collect it, and right at the last minute, you yanked it back out of their hand and said, "No, wait," and you swapped.
I swapped Slovenia and Slovakia. The flags are incredibly similar, and obviously they're pronounced fairly similarly. There was something in my head just went, no, swap them. Which was a calculated risk.
And what was the final score?
I got 30 out of 30 flags.
You certainly did.
Come on, and we won the quiz.
We did.
That time. I've still got that quiz sheet somewhere.
Framed, I hope.
Yeah, just in my book of memories.
Well, I think...
No, but I genuinely do have it somewhere in the house.
It always seems to be a balance, doesn't it, between... Well, I guess like if you've got the beer keller on one end...
Yeah.
Which was like the stupidest quiz ever.
The thing is, we're not completely thick.
No.
I think that's a fair comment. We can hold our own in a quiz, I would like to say. I think it needs to all of us there, adding something.
Well, collectively.
I think we cover each other's weaknesses well.
But it's a weird balance, isn't it? Because there's always like, I think one team who are a lot older than everyone else. Like,
more life experience.
Yeah, it's like no. I mean, you think about like Après. I think we were like 10 years older than most people. Yeah. But then we had the porno stars, our rivals.
Yes, boo.
Who were all in like their 60s.
Boo. And I think we may have discussed this previously on this podcast. They own a pub.
Scandal.
One of them does.
Gasp.
And does a pub quiz.
So that's the thing.
Whatever.
Yeah, he's gaming the system.
Exactly. He's making the money back that he has to hand out in pub quizzes. So
I wonder if you could.
Good luck to him.
I know there are like professional.
Well, my mum does a lot of quizzes, pub quizzes. She doesn't drink, ironically, but does a lot of pub quizzes. She has a little book, so if she doesn't know the answer to something, like a little notebook.
Really?
If she doesn't know the answer to something and they read out the answer, she'll write the answer in the book.
Okay.
I don't think you're technically supposed to do that, but whatever.
I guess that's marginally better than... No, I think there's no marginally about it. I guess that's preferable than just having your phone open.
Yeah.
And Googling stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You still have to look up the answer.
Yeah.
In your book. But I sometimes get picture messages from her going, who's this? It's usually a footballer.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think you often have us covered when it comes to sport.
Well, I'd like to consider sport and maybe film, to a certain extent, my strong points. And maybe pop culture are probably my strong suits. The
worrying bit is that everybody looks to me when biology comes around.
Yes. Well, you and Lucy, to be frank, if you and Lucy don't come, there's no point in the rest of us going.
Well, no, but... We're absolutely screwed if it's anything football related.
But that's what I mean. We I think as a team we're quite a cohesive unit.
And we got Pegram to estimate the height of pyramids.
Oh God.
I also remember we went to the Frog and Fiddle for a couple of pub quizzes.
Yes, I do on a Sunday. That was a Sunday quiz.
Was that the Sunday as well?
That was a Sunday quiz, yeah.
I remember at the time.
They only had it on if enough people turned up, so you had to sort of take your chances.
I remember at that time, because that was around the time that Lucy and I started dating.
How's that going?
We're getting married next year.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember, yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, that's all right.
And she was with her friends at a pub quiz on a Sunday night on the other side of Cheltenham.
Where was that?
Charlton Kings.
Fine, yeah. The Royal?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Same question.
Good pub, the Royal.
It's the same question.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they got it off the internet.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah. It's like we were never entirely sure about Après. And, just for...
Well, he definitely wrote some of his own questions. Because you had some very weird rounds some weeks.
Yeah.
There was one on mass murderers. There was one on botany. There's a 29 question round on botany one week. Well, but I think he gets some from head office. Yeah. Inverted commas.
Think about like the horrible pressure that placed on yours truly when botany comes around. Wow, it's like, John's going to get it.
Yes, that isn't it. Well, it's like Holton with history, although he is infamously terrible when it comes to most history questions.
Well, history is
History's a broad spectrum.
History is not about just memorising dates. It's qualitative.
Apparently.
Apparently so.
Apparently. So we're told.
I remember going to that exact same really hard pub quiz at the Yew Tree. You weren't there, but there was a picture around.
Was there?
About comics.
Oh, hooray.
Yeah,
Did you get 30 out of 30?
We did, actually.
Yes!
Yeah. And I think we may have won that one as well.
Get in there.
But
so you don't brag about that as much as I do about the flags.
No, well,
I didn't even know that.
I think yours is cooler.
Oh, thanks.
Well, but the thing is...
Comics are cool now, though, John.
They are now.
Comics are mainstream now.
The problem is that it was written by somebody who didn't know comics.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it's like a picture of Captain America, and it goes like, what comic does...
And you name the issue or something.
Like I said, what comic does this character appear in?
Mm.
And me and my brother were like...
Loads of them.
What do we do? What could it be? And we go... In the end, we went for Captain America.
Yeah.
His, eponymous comic.
Cool.
Or
Yeah.
The Avengers.
Yeah.
Turns out the answer was Marvel.
Oh, God. That's how broad it was.
Yeah. And then it was all kinds of comics. It had Billy the Wiz from Beano and stuff like that.
Yes. He was a cool guy. Fast.
Speaking of comics.
Go on.
We were both forged in the early primary school days of Sonic the Comic.
Yes, of course.
It was a comic we loved. And
still do.
And still do.
I saw you retweeted something.
Yeah.
Recently about it.
I was drunk I've been drinking a lot lately. I don't know why.
Well, we were at a event, I believe, when you retweeted it.
That would possibly
We were
explain
at
it.
thingy. What's it called? The Exmouth.
Oh, we were.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that was good.
It was a good afternoon.
Yeah. But no, it was someone had tweeted completely not tagging in anyone, but just it was the artwork of Richard Elson, who
Oh yes,
we all kind of idolised as children.
Best artist.
He was astounding.
Yes,
it was really good. And as I've mentioned before, he's done a cover for the new Afterlife Inc. book.
He did.
And
it's a cool thing.
Also, he's written me a foreword.
Has he?
He has.
Hey, that's cool.
So
I shall have to read this.
Yes, I shall. Well, when you get your copy of the book.
Well, I shall
Available
read it before.
at all good retailers.
I will, as part of Team Big Punch. I'll read it before.
As part of Team Big Punch, we'll let you flick through your company library.
I can have a preview.
Help yourself to whatever you want. We'll settle it on your way.
Yeah. We'll only charge you time and a half.
But if he's listening, he's not listening. But
he might. He knows you exist, John.
He does not exist.
So he's more likely to listen to your podcast than other podcasts.
The thing is, though, in your life, you meet a lot of people. I know a lot of people exist.
Sure. I'm aware that they exist.
Doesn't necessarily mean that any one of them gets preferential.
You should send this podcast to him.
Maybe I should.
Then he might listen.
Try and get him on.
We should. That'd be awesome.
Be a special guest.
You and me would just fall apart, I think. Fleming.
Sorry.
So he's written a foreword for which book?
Afterlife Inc. Volume 4.
Volume 4.
Man-Made God.
Oh, wonderful.
He's a good writer.
Yeah.
No, I mean, joking aside, I mean, we only ever...
I first met John when he wouldn't leave me alone.
Essentially, yeah.
That sort of thing.
Once the restraining order was passed, I think our relationship improved.
Once the check cleared, I was only too happy to write him this forward.
But I mean, I just want to bring it up to say that is a very cool thing.
It is.
He's a lovely guy because he didn't have to. And frankly, he's got better things to do.
Yeah, I didn't want to say, but yes, I'm sure he has, yeah.
He also said, and I don't think he'll mind me saying, but he also said he had a tough week because he'd been working on a comic which had a movie tie-in.
Oh.
And they just found out at the last minute that they'd lost the rights to use the actor's likeness.
Oh, no.
So
he had to rub out all the faces.
Essentially, yes. He'd had to go back and redraw
That's weird.
6 issues worth of faces. Yeah.
Oh, that's a weird thing.
It is odd.
That's the sort of logistics you don't think about.
No. I remember I knew someone a while ago who was auditioning to draw the 24 comic.
Oh, yes.
As in the TV show 24.
Yes.
And it's so odd. It's an odd thing, I think, with like movie or TV show tie-in comics. Because often the real focus is on just the face.
Yeah.
Like I'd almost settle for, let's have a comic adaptation where he kind of looks like it. It looks like a comic character.
But not really.
Yeah. It's like Lucy's got some Star Trek comics, only a few.
And they don't look like them.
And well, no, the problem is they do look super like him.
Oh.
To the point where every time they look at the camera, the
fourth wall.
Yeah, it looks like a still. It's like it's almost like they've paused the
They've traced around the TV screen.
Kind of, yeah. And, that's, some people might say, well, that's the point. You want it to look just like it. But I'm like, well...
It's too much like it.
It also, why are we having so many close-ups of their face?
Yeah, yes, equally.
So, aside from comics
and things,
how's your life?
Fine, decent.
How was that wedding you went to?
Very good. I went to a wedding on Saturday.
Ooh.
It's Tuesday today. I went on Saturday. Friday. I was there. I was in Devon at a wedding. It was very nice.
Was it in a church or a bar?
It was in a church, and then it was at a nice country house, the reception, with a marquee and things. And, you'll like this.
Tell me.
You probably have seen Thrill Collins play?
No.
I'm sure you probably were at one when I was. They played at the Royal. Remember that August bank holiday we went?
Oh.
They're the ones with the box. They play a box.
That is ringing.
Anyway,
yeah.
They played at the wedding. They were awesome.
That's an awesome band name as well.
Thrill Collins. Well, my mum came up and she goes, "Oh, you won't believe it. The band have broken down on their way here." I was like, "Oh no, gutted. What are they going to do?" She goes, "Oh, well, they're still coming. They're going to be late." Fine. Yeah. I was like, "Who is the band? I didn't know there was a band." She goes, "Oh, it's something about Phil Collins or something like that." I went, "Thrill Collins are coming here? Oh my god!" So it was really good. They do like alternative / mashups of sort of 80s and 70s and 90s hits, but with a box.
We speaking of boxes, when I lived in Toronto, there was a band we saw a couple of times at a little pub, and they were called Box Full of Cash.
Nice.
And they did Johnny Cash covers.
Oh, that's clever.
And they had a box.
That's clever, isn't it?
The guy sat on a box and played with box.
Someone either thought a lot about that name or didn't think at all. Either way, the result is excellent.
I asked him whether he transported his box to venues in a slightly larger box.
Yeah. What did he say?
I think he found that quite amusing. The thing is, right, unless I'm mistaken, you can just have a box, as in I'm just slapping a box.
Yes, slap at a box. I believe it's called something more technical than a box.
But I was going to say
the actual musical version.
Is there also not a version which has like a string inside?
Oh, possibly.
This is what I'm wondering. So, like, by slapping it, you're causing it to vibrate. So it doesn't make a tune, but it has like a kind of resonance.
It is a very specific kind of box. You couldn't do it on any old box.
No, it's true.
Apparently.
Well, no, you look silly doing it on a cardboard box.
You might. Yeah. Although you can still get a rhythm out of a cardboard box.
You can get rhythm out of anything.
What exactly?
Rhythm is a dancer.
If you have rhythm. Eventually the rhythm is going to get you.
Yes, please be aware. The rhythm will get you.
Please note.
Nick and Ali have got a cool band going to play at their wedding.
Oh, is this the band that we saw?
Yes, indeed.
That was good. That's I like things like that where you see a band and then you think, I like them, I'll book them for something that I'm doing.
Yeah. That was a good night, actually. That was
a good night. That was almost a year ago that night.
I guess it would have been. I was either waiting to have my appendix out, or just had it out.
Didn't stop us getting drunk.
No, it was good. It was a good night. It was hot.
Yeah, it was. It was. I was sweating cobs.
Sweltering summer, but no, that was nice, and they were a good band.
And they were at the wedding.
They did a bit of folky.
Yeah, it was
folky rock stuff.
Yeah. It was really good. It was one of those where you don't have very high expectations. Because you don't really know what to expect, but then it was really good.
Well, of course, we were out at the Exmouth Arms.
Yes, that's the one. X-Fest.
Liz's birthday.
Yes, we were, which was just over a week ago.
That was delightful. And I've got to say, amazing chicken.
What did you have?
Chicken.
Well, yes. Did you have What, did you have a burger or a pizza?
I had a smoky...
Smart ass.
I had a smoky chicken burger.
Okay.
It was incredible. It's really good. I've had some good burgers lately.
Yeah.
I'd gone off burgers a little bit, but actually...
It was a good afternoon, that. Yeah. There's some incriminating photos of us from that event.
Grinding.
Thrusting and grinding and what have you.
And it was at that...
That's what 6 hours on the sauce will do to you.
It was good, though. It was good beer. It was good company. Unless they've had chicken, though. It was amazing. And we also saw a brief glimpse into the future. There was that band who looked like me and Holton in 50 years' time.
I got a photo of them.
Yeah,
glorious.
I'd like to see that again, actually.
I sent it to him.
And also, at that pub, that evening, while drunk, I made the excellent decision to purchase a jacket.
Oh, this is the jacket that everybody's talking about.
And Lucy she's here. She's been very quiet. Hello. Lucy very kindly measured my arms so I could get the sizing right. And basically, you know the ins and outs of this, but
I've heard the story. You for the benefit of the listeners,
the gentle listener,
both of them,
and they're here tonight.
Yeah.
There is a TV show on Netflix or show on Netflix called Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, based on the books by Douglas Adams.
Yes.
And in this new modern version, which is very, very good, I would recommend it to anyone. It's got time travel and mysteries and
all that kind of thing.
More mysteries. Dirk wears a very cool bright yellow, like sunflower yellow leather jacket, and it looks amazing.
Why wouldn't you?
And actually, that's kind of a lie because he has the same jacket in different colours.
Oh, I see.
Sometimes
you just like the yellow.
Yeah, well, yellow was like the main one, and then he also had like a light blue and like a green one.
He had an off yellow,
and I was like, that is so cool. And I'm tired of wearing nothing but blues and blacks. I'm gonna get it. I looked into it. It's 800 quid.
That is a lot.
That is a lot of money. I was not going to...
It's a lot for a piece of clothing. To be honest, it's a lot for a house.
I don't think I own any... I think I'm trying to think. Maybe the car. I'm trying to think of one item which is worth...
Well, I'm saying that I've got a living room full of Star Wars crap, so...
I guess
that's cost hundreds. So.
Yeah, I guess if you add it up.
Yeah.
I like my graphic.
Anyway, the point is that is a lot for a piece of clothing.
The point is I did not pay that. I found another company on Amazon which was selling imitation ones. So
knock off, if you will.
It is pleather. So I've got to say,
what exactly does pleather mean?
Plastic leather.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't think that's like the
that makes
sense.
sense.
Like vinyl.
Maybe it's a weave.
I've got to say, it looks a lot like leather. It feels a lot like leather.
That's fine. Well, that's fine. How much was that, if you don't mind me asking? Would you rather not say?
It was. I think it was 69 quid.
That's all right. What's wrong? Are you embarrassed by how cheap it was?
I'm embarrassed by... I don't know, maybe I have a hang-up.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I have it just seems like an odd confession to make. I don't think I've ever spent that much money on one piece of clothing.
No, I probably haven't, actually.
No.
But
I've got to say, it is...
A suit, maybe.
A suit, yeah. At least you're getting like trousers.
I'd say, as a frivolous purchase, that's pretty good.
And I've got to say, I love it.
Good.
And
then it's worth it, then.
It is... it's eye-catching. Lucy's nodding, which is great. But it's cool. Like, I wore it to our staff conference last night.
Did everyone like it?
Yeah, they wouldn't shut up about it.
And I was you'll hear so many comments, John.
And I was quite drunk.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, that's a really cool jacket. I was like, I know.
I know, isn't it? Don't I look cool wearing it?
But that was one of the things. It was like, it wasn't arrogance. Everyone was just like, that's amazing. That's amazing. I was like, yeah.
It always baffles me when people compliment your clothes. It's like, oh, that's a nice hat or skirt, or I don't wear skirts, but that's nice, whatever. I didn't make it. I'm just wearing it.
I guess.
I always find it weird when people compliment your clothes.
As opposed to your face?
Or or my hands or something. I just find it odd. Anyway, carry on.
You have lovely hands.
Oh, thanks. I grew them myself. See, that's a weird thing to say.
But you might say...
But it's actually more...
But would you...
apt.
Would you prefer it if someone said, maybe a bit more generally, oh, you're very well dressed today?
Yes, that's better. That suggests that was a conscious decision by me.
Yeah. I guess maybe...
Whereas, I like your T-shirt. Well, okay.
I guess what they're really saying is that the clothing you've put on your body is a reflection of you. Like, you've selected it.
Well, again, I wear Star Wars things more often than not. And I get criticised for it. I'm not right now. Right now, I'm wearing a hat and other things. I'm wearing C-3PO socks, to be fair.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there you go. It's a nice hat, though.
Thank you. I didn't make it.
No.
See, it's weird that you said that.
Yeah, well, I regret saying it now.
Well, Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing the jacket, is the point I'm arriving at.
You're in for a treat.
I can't wait for you to wear it to the quiz and everyone will be like, oh, it's from that show.
Although I split my lip at the staff conference last night. I got punched in the face by the CEO. I noticed on my jacket today it had a tiny, tiny little speck of blood.
Oh.
And I wiped it off, but I'm suddenly like, oh my God.
You've got to take care of these things,
This is why people don't wear bright yellow things.
Yeah.
They get stained.
Probably why, yeah.
So
it's the worst colour since white.
I've got to say, though, I feel like a little kid. Like a little kid having like wellies he's proud of and wearing them everywhere.
Oh, you want to?
I have a jacket.
Yeah, you got to.
I look forward to putting it on.
Exactly. That's what you want. If you want to spend a lot on a piece of clothing, you want to feel like that about it.
Yeah, no, you want to feel. That's the thing. You want to feel special.
Well, I bought a Star Wars model, 40th anniversary exclusive limited edition model.
George Lucas bust.
Yeah, that would no. I bought it was the poster where the original Luke's holding his lightsaber up, and Leia's scantily clad kneeling next to him. It's that. It's recreated in It's recreated in like bronze.
Oh.
And there were like 250 in all of Europe, and I got one of them.
Actual bronze?
No, it's like a
resin.
Whatever. It looks bronze though.
Would you be comfortable saying how much you spent
Yes,
on that?
no, I would. That's what I was getting to. 120.
Ooh.
But it's already going for 300 online because they've sold out of them.
So
that's in a week.
That's for the grandkids, really.
That's something to pass along.
That's
I've told Liz it's an investment. It's a high yield investment.
How many display cabinets do you have now?
I have one display cabinet, but there's stuff everywhere. Frankly,
I
have a glass. Like you've got. I'm pointing to a glass display cabinet in this room. It's that sort of size, but it's more glass than wood. That's more.
Does it have inbuilt lighting?
No, but I've got lighting that I've stuck in there using things.
Oh, I would love a display cabinet. I don't know what I put in it. I probably put the Empyrean model in.
You got some Legos and some things, haven't you?
Yeah, I need someone to put the Legos properly. Maybe as and when we actually get a house of our own, we'll have a display room.
Exactly. I've been promised a Star Wars room in our next move.
Ooh.
At the moment, it's just a lounge, so I'm not sure which is better.
How does Liz express herself?
What does she like?
How around the house, like when you've just got Star Wars stuff everywhere.
She sighs a lot. Oh. No, I think she doesn't mind it. I told her, well, I've sold some things to make room for new things and things like that.
Yeah.
She tells me she doesn't mind.
Like maybe
she might be lying.
Whittling.
Yeah, exactly.
Leather work.
She just sits around thinking, "God, how did I end up here?"
On a side note, I think Nick and Ali mentioned they were at a wedding the other week, and they were talking to one of their friends, and it's like he's a leather worker.
Oh, maybe he could have made your jacket.
But I'm just thinking, like, I'm always amazed by this. He's like. It's not like he comes from I don't think it's because he comes from a long line of like leather workers going all the way back to the 1500s. I think it's like he just decided to start
train himself
working leather, making artisanal little things. Like I'm always amazed how people do this.
Yeah, there's certain jobs I think I wonder how much longer that job has to run. Yeah, in that respect, you can't imagine there are that many people who are passionate about these sort of jobs, but I suppose there are.
But I guess
I'm ignorant.
I guess that's coming around. That's coming like full circle. Like this is a new person going, oh, that's a cool old thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and he's probably making like, I don't know, hipster belts.
Yeah, the money's there though.
Speaking of which, I bought a new belt at the weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
How much was that?
That was.
Let's talk about what we spent recently.
That was a cheap. Oh, we're so money. That is just a cheap little belt.
Oh, very nice. You're showing it to me now.
My last one physically fell apart.
Yeah, I get that.
It's not a waste.
You need to stop eating.
Yeah, I love food though.
Yes, that's true.
There's so much cake lying around the office today.
Oh, delicious cake.
I needed it.
Yeah.
But
hangover cake.
My God. Hangover cake doesn't count. I was all right when I left the house. I started to feel worse as the morning went on. It's all self-inflicted, I know. It's not.
Yeah, I get that. I think my hangover is now worse, like 2 days after. Normally, it's the day after I'm usually fine. And then the day after that is when it hits me.
I think that's just what happens when you start to get a bit older, isn't it?
Sadly.
It's just like your recovery period.
Yeah.
It
alters
you
and
can still do it.
Messes with your head.
Yeah. I think it's like, same with injuries.
Takes a bit longer.
That's how we'll notice,
I hit 30 and bam! Less good with hangovers.
I had my first physio as well.
Did you?
And last.
Did they send you away?
Yeah, well, he said, look, if you ever have any trouble, just call us. You can self-refer.
Yeah.
Come in. But I think we kind of agreed that my back's been getting a lot better anyway. He gave me some exercises. And was like, just work on them. And if you have any trouble, give us a call.
I went to physio as well recently.
How are your many aches?
Terrible.
Ooh.
Terrible. It hurts to walk anywhere at the moment, frankly.
Oh.
Which is a bit rubbish.
Well, thank you for coming over tonight.
No, that's all right. It took me about 2 hours from the centre of town.
I'm so sorry.
But no, it's a bit rubbish. But, there you go. What can you do? I've got physio again week after next.
Very nice.
So, we shall see what comes from that.
Do they give you exercises to do?
Not really, because it's this costochondritis, which I think I mentioned before.
That was that boat.
Yeah, it's a very, very old wooden ship. It's rib joints, and there aren't really many exercises you can do. And because it comes along with a lot of anxiety, that exacerbates it, and it's all a bit of a chicken and egg circle situation, which is annoying, but there you go. What can you do?
The physio gave me a little exercise to stretch out your back. But it's like, I'm going to try and describe it for the readers at home.
Go on, well, you do it, and I'll try and describe it.
Okay, well, it's basically sit upright. Yeah. And then
you're crossing you're doing the Macarena.
Yeah, or you can grab the back of your head.
That's still the Macarena.
I'll believe you. I wouldn't know.
Both these things you've just done are part of the Macarena.
Okay, so while sitting down, and then you have to kind of sitting upright, lean
You're leaning back. I got. Yeah.
And the idea is that you're stretching your upper back out, but at the same time, it really hurts your ribs.
Yeah, because you're pushing them forward.
Yeah,
aren't you?
I guess that wouldn't be good for you.
No, I don't. Well, there aren't really many exercises I can do.
No,
which is again quite annoying. But we'll see.
I tell you what, I am looking forward to.
Go on.
Not this weekend, but weekend after.
Go on.
We're going down to Cornwall.
Oh yes. Well, the next time we do a podcast, we'll probably both have hangovers from that weekend.
That is true.
I would imagine.
Yes.
I would imagine. It's not a stag, though.
Not a stag.
Very important to remember that.
And if the landlady asks, it's absolutely not a stag.
100% not a stag.
Although there is a brewery just down the road.
I heard the rumours.
Yes, indeed. We are going to a very, well, hopefully sunny, but certainly a very picturesque area of Cornwall. And
yes.
This is, I guess, the beginning of the wedding festivities.
Yes, in earnest.
I have the honour guard.
As you're calling this.
Well, I call you I was like, I'm going to call him something like Poochie, but better than Poochie.
Hey.
But Nick is calling it the Jonagard.
Nice.
I
like that. That
it's
is
quite
clever. It rhymes, yeah.
But it's just like, you chaps that I want involved in the wedding.
Marvellous.
And we're going to have a nice little weekend away. It's not a stag.
It's not a stag.
And we're going to...
Not a party.
Yeah,
it's very important wedding-related business, Lucy. But there is a brewery nearby.
Yes.
As I understand it.
Well, that's just... it's a walk. It's a short walk.
It's a nice walk to the brewery. It's a nice walk to the brewery.
I think Sim's running...
I hope we have some taxi numbers.
I think Sim's running a marathon on the Sunday.
Yeah, he told me that, yeah. Good luck to him. I will not be doing that.
No.
I don't think I could do it now, let alone with a hangover.
Are you going to do that Cheltenham half marathon?
No. I can barely walk down the street.
I keep... This could be your moment, though. This could be like you overcoming adversity.
This could be me. This could be my Rocky moment.
I keep thinking about it. And on one hand, I'm aware that I'm becoming soft and pasty. And if a pear-shaped T-shirt fits.
Yeah.
So, but on the other hand, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and I frankly, at the moment, don't think I'm up to it. That's the honest truth.
Yeah,
so, I won't be doing it this year.
I think it takes a big man to sit by the course and offer support. Yeah,
it takes a big man to admit he can't do it.
Yeah, no, it'd be nice. But no, I'm not sure I'm physically up for it at the moment. I am getting back. I'm getting back into the old Aikido.
Yeah, I want to get back into exercise. It's not that I don't want to.
No.
It's that it's painful to do it.
Yeah. Also, I find myself getting bored.
Running is boring.
I know it's sad. Yeah, maybe if you got just kick the mic.
Watch out.
Maybe if you got like a podcast or something to keep you going, but it's just a bit monotonous.
What sort of podcast could I listen to? I wonder. I'm thinking of swimming, actually. I think that might be good.
Yeah.
Because it's slightly softer on everything.
And finally, your natural buoyancy would...
well, exactly, yes. Years of many drinks and what have you should help me float quite nicely.
Yeah, would you go to the Prince of Wales place?
The Leisure at Cheltenham. Yeah, I think so. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. I think that might be good.
What are your... I'm just aware of the time. What are your predictions for the pub quiz tonight?
I would like to think we'll finish top 3. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I think we can do that. I think that's well within our grasp.
I don't want to say we'll win it because you don't know what's going to come out.
It
depends on the luck of the draw.
No, you never want to be cocky.
I would suggest we will be able to answer some questions correctly.
Yeah.
Here's one for you. The new director of the FBI, who is it? You'll like this.
Oh.
When I give you the answer, you'll like it.
Well, the outgoing one was Comey.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's been testifying. No idea.
Christopher Wray.
Really?
I'm not joking. Wow. That's my name. It's spelled with a W.
So W-R-A-Y.
That's correct. So yeah,
W-C-H.
Wistopher. No, yeah, his name's Christopher Wray. So there you go.
How weird.
So hopefully that'll be a question because that'll be awesome.
I reckon I'm kind of predicting it will be like name the MP or something like that.
There'll be something to do with the election, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We've talked for 40 minutes and we haven't talked about the election. Let's not talk about it.
Let's not talk about the election.
I refuse to talk about it. How this country is up the creek without a paddle. I refuse to talk about that, John.
It's very entertaining, though.
It's quite funny. It's funny in the respect that we're all doomed.
It's funny that
we're talking about it.
We're talking about it. Let's just say there's something poetic, I feel, about hubris being rewarded like this.
I cracked open a bottle of wine when I saw the exit poll. I won't lie. I was in Devon the day before the wedding.
I should have put money on it. I think I could have been in for something.
Yeah.
Did you read Lord Buckethead's manifesto?
I did.
It's very good.
Wanted to bring back teletext.
Yeah.
Which I would back him on that alone. I missed CFAX, frankly.
Not only was it funny, it was well written.
He was on John Oliver last night, yeah. I haven't watched it properly.
If he's lucky, he could chain this into a career.
Yeah. Well, he's been around, hasn't he, for years, Lord Buckethead. It's just that he's getting some sort of notoriety now.
Oh, really?
There's photos of him with Margaret Thatcher.
No.
Yeah. Well,
Really?
like, she's in a chamber or something. It might be a different guy, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's the character is still Lord Buckethead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you Google it.
So is he a bit like the monster... obviously we have a monster Rayman Looney Pie.
Yeah, that sort of ilk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been around. It's just that now people are sort of seeing him because he was obviously in Theresa May's constituency.
What was that like? Because was it in her constituency where there was also Elmo?
Yeah, there's a photo of Elmo.
So who was Elmo running for?
Oh, who knows? The Sesame Street Party, presumably.
Yeah.
Brought to you by the letter C.
For crapshoot.
Yeah. I was thinking something else, actually. But
You have to wonder, like, how many... It's like they talk about the spoiler vote. Like, if you have too many left-wing pies...
Yeah.
Then, the left-wing vote is split. It's like if you have too many crazy pies... It's like the monster raving loony pie might be annoying.
Well, there are too many protest votes, if anything.
Yeah.
I can't make enough protest votes.
Although I've got to say, like old Lord Buckethead, I liked his policy that a candidate has to live in their constituency for 5 years before they can stand.
There you go. That's a good one. In an actual serious way.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I posted something completely innocuous after the general election. Like yes. I think I said something to the effect of, sorry to hear about the particular result in our hometown. But I'm very proud at the high voter turnout rate.
But I mean, all over in all the younger age groups, the turnout rate was awesome.
It's amazing, isn't it?
I was really chuffed about that.
No, it's really good. Cheltenham alone had like a 74% turnout rate. Was it 18 to 24-year-olds had like a
72, I think.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. That is awesome. The best thing that's happened from this giant mess, as we'll call it, is that more young people especially have become engaged with politics.
Yeah.
That's the best thing that's happened from it.
It's kind of astounding. Like I love it when something is turned on its head. Like everyone just had these assumptions about how it was going to go. And the way the media has been, marketing.
That's good that the likes of the Sun and the Mail, etc., have been told no. But we're not gonna eat it.
But that's the amazing thing, isn't it? It's like it did seem like they completely controlled public opinion, but 18 to 24-year-olds don't read newspapers.
Well, I think this is something I said before the election. Actually, you'll see it increasingly that social media will reflect what's going to happen because, say, Brexit or Trump or whatever, it hasn't previously because that's a very small proportion of the population that's on social media. But increasingly so, that will become more relevant. And that's a good thing because I think the way it's going, the Tories are in for a very difficult few decades.
Yeah.
Especially after this.
I was reading about, it's like Cambridge Analytica. Have you heard of them?
No.
Literally, the article was like, "We're not Bond villains." Like having to go out of their way. They're being investigated at the moment.
Yeah.
But they're like a data analysis company,
right?
But very, very high-profile political customers, where they use social media, social media, like the Trump administration.
Yeah.
Are big stakeholders in them because,
of course they are.
They're kind of credited with helping him win by, spreading information, withholding some, kind of promoting other things, And like I said, they are currently being investigated for possible abuse of
alleged. That's the word.
Alleged,
isn't it?
yeah.
Cover ourselves.
So it's interesting, yeah. Like that's the battleground.
Yeah.
And it's very funny. I've got to say, Twitter. I've had a bit.
It's Twitter comes alive on nights like that. It's like Eurovision.
I've had a bit of a love-hate relationship with it. But,
but
it's delightful.
but big occasions, Twitter just comes to life. I love it. It's what it's built
amazing.
for.
The hive mind.
Yes, exactly.
But it was very entertaining.
No, it is. It continues to be.
Yes, I look forward to the laughter slowly turning to tears over the next few weeks.
Yes, exciting.
Have you heard about this Shakespeare performance?
No.
Of Julius Caesar?
No, I don't think so.
Apparently, no, true story. In the 50s or 60s, Orson Welles did a very famous stage production of Julius Caesar.
Oh, sure. By
William Shakespeare. But he set it in the modern day of the time. So it was like...
Oh, okay.
It was set against McCarthyism and the fear of communism, and it was very political, and everyone was like, oh, this is amazing. What a bold work of art.
Yeah.
And now there's a similar staging going on.
Right.
And they had Julius Caesar looking like Donald Trump.
Right. Got it.
And...
I'm on the train.
That's suddenly become a storm in a teacup, like an airline which was a sponsor of the theatre company has now pulled its support, saying this was like in bad taste and everything like that.
Oh, maybe I have seen something about it. Yeah, it does, actually.
So it's become a big... the moment the media spotlight shines on it, suddenly everyone has an opinion on it. But
maybe I have not seen... I've not seen the actual production, but maybe I've read something about it.
But as someone pointed out, there was a staging like a few years back, and it had Obama as like the figure.
And nobody batted an eyelid.
Nobody batted an eyelid.
There you go.
What can you do?
It's all fun and games.
What can you do? The world is getting slowly crazier.
Yes, and we'll be here to talk about it.
At least we're all right.
We're kind of all right.
Now grab some tin food and a shotgun.
Let's go down to the bunker.
Do you think we've exhausted
for now
the avenues of good taste?
For now.
Should we call it a day then?
That'll do. We need to get to the quiz.
I need some sausages.
Both of those things, yes.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so thank you for listening.
Thank you, yes.
We will be back after our merry adventure down to Cornwall.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to show you a jacket.
And a forward.
Yes, indeed.
If I'm allowed to see it.
Yeah, I'll get that out for you before we head out.
Wonderful.
So, on that note, thank you for listening. And until next time, you stay classy.
San Diego.